Threats.
Get out! I'll smash his head.
Anger.
Don't, sir, don't.
Call the policeman. Call the policeman!
Listen.
Desperation. What happens when debt
I know my rights. Do not touch me again.
tracks you down?
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
Up and down the UK.
You come to the door, please.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Can't believe that's been in it.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Get over here!
Today is actually my birthday.
Because if you can't pay,
Really don't have any money to make payment.
they'll take it away. A leading insolvency firm reports that the number of businesses in the UK under financial pressure is increasing rapidly. Nearly 330,000 companies experienced financial distress during the second quarter of 2017, a 25% rise from the previous year. High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner are in Shoreditch, East London.
How much is that bike?
25 grand.
They're here to recover just over £7,000 owed by a restaurant owner for an unpaid gas bill.
We are off to a restaurant. And we're looking to collect £7,250 and 19 pence.
It seems that the owner of a restaurant at the heart of London's Curry district hasn't paid the full amount due for his gas bill for several months.
I'll take it.
Park here.
Yeah.
A county court judgment was awarded against him, but he failed to pay. Now Max and Steve are here at lunchtime to get payment in cash or goods today.
Hello, miss. Can I speak to a manager, please? We're enforcement agents with a High Court writ.
But the manager not here. Can you please
Okay.
wait a minute?
Yeah, sure.
It's too far. Can you do?
Yeah, sure. My name's Max. I'm here with my colleague Steve Pinner. We've got a High Court writ for the restaurant. You haven't paid your energy bills, commercial gas. There's an outstanding balance of £7,250 and 19 pence, which we need to collect today. No, there's no agreement in place. That's why we've been sent round. We need to collect on the balance, or we are going to be enforcing this writ now. You can come within half an hour. Okay, I'll pass you back over.
The debtor claims he's been paying off the debt by instalments and that he knows nothing about the High Court writ. But the agent's case notes say otherwise.
It's definitely not paid.
So there's no arrangements in place for them to pay money?
Absolutely nothing.
Otherwise,
there is no notes here whatsoever.
But just then, the debtor arrives.
Hello, sir. My name is Max Caraher. I'm from DCBL. We've got a High Court writ.
But they didn't say anything there, and no any letter.
Well,
that's the problem.
with the greatest respect, sir, we wouldn't be sent here if there wasn't a problem.
All we are sent round is to collect on the funds owed. If we can't collect it, we have to escalate the case, take goods. We don't want to do that. I just want to collect this money.
Nothing to hide, because we pay up to date every month. We can show you how we can pay that money every month. Then we didn't know they apply for this code.
Okay.
They are not dissolved.
The paperwork shows some payments have been made to the energy company, but not enough to stop them escalating the case to the High Court. Max makes his position clear.
We've listened to you, okay, and I understand your position. However, I'm not here to question or debate it. We're commanded here by the High Court to either collect this money or goods. The ball is completely in your court.
So what we have to do, I mean, I can't pay.
So we either need to collect this money or we'll start removing this.
I can't do it.
Okay.
You're not allowed to.
My advice to you, sir,
My advice to you
is
to go outside, please.
No. My advice to you is to tell your customers to leave, because now we're going to call for trucks to remove, and I'm going to start with that now.
You
okay?
can't.
Sir, the paperwork we have gives us the authority to do what this gentleman says. He does.
You can't touch in my business. You go
Afraid we
outside,
can't.
please. I don't want you to, because I couldn't do anything at the moment. Or you give me.
You don't
or
ask.
if you give me time.
If you,
just give me time.
how long do you need?
7 days.
Can't do that. We're here today. It has to be today.
Not 7 days or 5 days.
We can't. We don't have the authority.
It's clear the debtor is unwilling to settle his debt today. So Max has no choice but to start an inventory of assets in the restaurant.
Yeah, if you do chairs, tables,
Yeah.
I'll do the other notable assets.
But the debtor has other ideas.
You have to go outside. Don't give me home.
I'm not going
You have to go
outside.
out. No, you have to go out.
No, I'm not going outside.
Then I have to call our staff.
Sorry?
Then we have to go our
What do
staff.
you mean you have to call your staff?
No, we have to go outside.
Not going outside.
No, you have to go outside.
Not going outside.
No way to do it.
Okay.
Don't touch it anything, right? Make a list and go. Don't touch it, please.
Right, get your
Don't touch
hands
it.
off of me.
Don't touch it,
touch
please.
me.
Don't touch it. Put up-
Calm down.
Lock that. Don't touch it, okay?
And the rising tension hasn't gone unnoticed.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I'm a customer.
Okay.
And I'm not really disturbed.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Take it up with the shop.
Take it up with them, mate.
No, I've walked into this restaurant
What?
to eat,
Okay.
and you're disturbing me.
Well-
Speak to the manager. He has. It's nothing to do with us.
Were you disturbing my food?
Mate,
Can
this
I-
isn't my argument with you. We have to
No.
come round.
This is your argument with me.
I'm
You're
not arguing with
stopping
you.
me
No.
from enjoying my food.
Sir.
I want to eat my food.
Eat your food. It's getting
Right.
cold.
It is getting cold.
Eat it.
I'm running out
Eat
of
it.
my lunch
Okay,
hour.
go and
But
eat
you're
it.
stopping me from eating.
I'm not stopping
We're not
you.
interfering
You're
with you
stopping
at
me.
all.
No, I'm not
You are
stopping you.
stopping me.
Go and eat your
Why
food.
did you
I'm
go
not
in
stopping
there?
you.
Carry
Sorry?
on.
Why did you
Carry
go
on.
in there?
Why did I go
I
in where?
wanted
Just
something
carry on.
from there and
Do
you're
it
in
with
there.
do it with
Why?
everything else.
Don't shout at me.
I'm not
do that.
shouting at
Okay.
you.
Do it with everything else.
Don't do what?
Just
Do
step
what?
it up. Just step it
Do
up.
what?
Right, this
Don't
is
do what?
ridiculous. Okay, that's fine. We'll get the police here.
With the situation escalating, Max calls the police.
We're enforcement agents with a High Court writ, and we've got a situation that's spiralling out of control. There's irate customers getting in my face.
This simple job has taken an unexpected turn. With the debtor refusing to pay and an angry customer obstructing them, Max and Steve are going to need all their experience to resolve this case. Max Caraher and Steve Pinner were in East London, chasing over £7,000 owed by a restaurant owner
Nothing to hide. Because we pay up to date every month.
I'm not here to question or debate it. We're commanded here by the High Court to either collect this money or goods.
but the debtor refused to pay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't pay.
And when the agent started an inventory of assets to seize,
Don't touch it.
tempers started to fray.
Do what?
Just step
Do
away.
what?
So Max called the police.
We've got a situation that's spiralling out of control.
Now, 10 minutes after they were called, the police arrive.
Me, I did, yes.
So if you take a seat, we'll come sit in a minute. Just go away.
Yeah, no problem. We're enforcement agents with a High Court writ. There it is.
What do you want us to do?
Prevent a breach of the peace.
With the police present, the customer calms down, and the debtor now seems to want to negotiate with Steve.
Where can I come with you quietly?
Give me a little time, or maybe at least take £1,000.
They will not take less than 60%. They won't.
Please, because this is my big business, yeah?
I understand that.
Give me a little time. Okay, take £2,000. Maybe 60% because I have. You are a nice person to talk to, right? Do it. Whatever is the lowest you can do it, I will give.
Sir, as much as you may be struggling, and I accept that, I know what they will say.
The debtor is adamant he can't make the minimum down payment Steve has asked for. But then Max hears some interesting information.
Steve, a customer just said that the weekends, every weekend, this place is rammed. Absolutely rammed. Busy even at lunchtime. When people tell me that they are adamant they're not going to pay, I know that this is going to be a real battle of wills. We are going to have to look for all the goods we need and get them ready to remove. There is a chance that we will have to get a van and load up all of their stuff. It could take an entire day because somebody is taking such a strong stance against us.
The agents have now been in the restaurant for 2 hours. As the debtor has made no acceptable offer of payment, Max has no choice but to start the recovery process.
The removal team are coming unless you pay the full balance. That adds on further fees. Hello, Mike. It's Max
Please,
here.
don't talk,
No,
please, because-
no, listen, I'm deadly serious.
Listen to
You
me,
said you're not going to pay it.
I'm-
Mike, I'm going to need removals because we're going to remove everything. Thanks, Mike. Cheers.
The recovery vehicles are on their way. But now, with his business at serious risk, the debtor changes his mind.
What can you do? There's no choice. I have to pay cash.
Cash.
7,000?
No, it's 8-3.
Steve explains again that because the removal process has been initiated, extra fees have now been added to the original debt.
When we walk in the door, and if you say yes to paying, it's 7,250. Because of all this, and we go around counting, it's now 8-3.
You can just say 1,000. Then I pay that 7,000. Hold on. I'll get somewhere. I'll get it.
The balance will still be liable.
Please.
No, not having that.
Please.
You understand?
You're a good member.
I
I want to
am.
put another £1,000.
They're coming.
Please,
Removals are coming.
With the debtor not prepared to pay the full amount of his debt, the agents prepare for the arrival of the recovery truck. But then, the debtor makes an unexpected move and produces a bundle of cash.
I don't know how much you have to count it over.
They need to do it, yeah.
After saying that he wouldn't pay the £8,000 he owes, he gives the agents the full amount in cash.
Steve, you do 1,000. It's amazing how he has nothing. Absolutely amazing. There's your receipt there. That's the matter resolved. Thanks ever so much for your time, guys. I do appreciate it.
Goodbye. Keep straight.
You take care, sir. Have a nice evening.
After over 2 hours at the restaurant, the agent's perseverance has paid off.
Thank you very much for all your help.
No worries.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. A hot Indian restaurant with lots of people shouting at you and trying to collect the best part of £8,500.
I've never liked people shouting at me. That's one thing that really annoys me immensely.
Over the first half of 2017, more than 50,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales. This marks a 27% increase since the previous year, with the average reaching almost £3,000. High Court enforcement agents Gareth Short and Mitch Starr are on their way to Chippenham. They have a writ to collect a debt of just under £3,000 owed by Ahmed Palisi, the owner of a car wash.
So we're going into Chippenham to visit Mr. Ahmed Palisi and JJ Hand Car Wash. A balance of £2,753.
The claimant took Mr. Palisi to court after his car was damaged whilst being cleaned at the debtor's business. A county court judgment was issued against Mr. Palisi, but he failed to pay. Now the agents are here with a High Court writ to get payment in full today.
JJ Car Wash. Hi boys. Like for Mr. Palisi.
He's just got...
Do you want to ring him up, mate, and tell him to come back?
Yeah, sure.
He's just shot off.
He's literally just gone, mate. I'll ring him
Strange.
up. Gabi! Which one's his number? That might have been the wrong number, though.
Surely got the number for your boss, mate?
I don't put his name on it, you know?
Just in case, like.
While the employee tries to find his boss's number, Mitch goes to check if anyone else can contact Mr. Palisi.
you want to give him a call, boys? Looking for Ahmed, yeah, mate? Couldn't tell you, unfortunately. Do you work here, though, do you? So you work here and you don't have his number? It's a bit strange, isn't it? It's your boss?
Somebody's got his number.
He don't have number, nothing.
Yeah, he has got a number now, has he? Somebody's not adding up here, mate. I find it a bit special, boys, that you all work for him and you haven't got his number. Makes no sense. They always have an inkling if somebody's telling me the truth or not, or if they're hiding the truth. And that's when I'll start to drill down and find ways of getting the truth out of them. If that person's not the debtor, then it is obviously a lot harder. But then it's a bit of a cat and mouse game, to be honest with you.
With no one seemingly able to contact Mr. Polisi, the agent's only option is to remove goods from the business in his absence.
We look to seize and move assets from his address, yeah?
So the only thing that's gonna stop all this happening, right, is for you or somebody here to get Ahmed on the phone and get him to come down here, okay?
Realizing the seriousness of the situation, the employee tries again to reach his boss one more time.
Yeah.
Ahmed, High Court enforcement agents.
Okay.
I'll give you 5 minutes to come back here, right? Or we're going to seize all assets here.
Okay, no problem. I'm coming back.
We'll give you till 25 past.
No problem.
See you, mate.
Whilst the agents wait for Mr. Polisi to arrive, they take a look around to see if there are any assets worth seizing. But there's little here of any value.
When do you give him till that past?
25 past, you've got 3 minutes.
But then, Mr. Polisi arrives.
Here he is. Mr. Ahmed. Perfect. High Court enforcement agents. Here to execute a High Court writ against you, unfortunately.
For what?
Mercedes ring a bell? Damaging his roof?
He's right.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, he's gone to the county court.
Right.
CCJ, so a county court judgment has been issued against you. They then transfer it to the High Court. So you're now in possession of a High Court writ, which empowers us to remove assets from you unless the debt is paid.
Where we stand at the moment, you owe this money, okay?
So at the moment, it's £2,753.
So, when is court?
Okay.
So when
so
I go to court?
It's been to court, mate.
Went to the county court and
I've not received any letter. I've not received any letter.
Okay. All right. They've been sent, yes. You've had numerous letters from the county court with regards to the CCJ has been issued against you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, no problem. Just send it for me letter till I'm there. You know what's going on.
Letters been sent, mate. You've chosen to ignore them, right?
See, this is first not my business. I've got the proof for this one.
Show me the proof, then.
Yeah, I've got the proof, yeah.
Mr. Polisi now claims that he doesn't own the car wash, but the case notes say otherwise.
Can you come in inside?
Of course we can.
Open the car wash. Open the car wash, please.
Once inside, Mr. Polisi does a U-turn and now seems to want to cooperate.
I give you £1,000 today.
Can't accept £1,000, mate. It needs to be the full balance, okay?
I have to be borrowed someone, okay?
Okay,
I
good.
can't be straight away.
Mr. Polisi gets a colleague of his, Hassan, on the line.
Jak Hassan Can, باشی براقم. سعرش کاوله و پیشتری ندیدی با محکمه. والله ساله به پارگه فول بی پارگه فول نی دیره پیو داخل. باش تی که زاده حال نیاد پارگه هم بری و بابرون. 2753 پاون و 68 پیز. Jak Hassan Can. ئەسا پارەیە یانە من بە دوای بۆشیەکەم بڕۆ پارەم لە تۆ ناوێ کاکە خۆم قەرزەکەم لە تۆم ناوە مەرحەباشی ناکەم بە هەموو تەمەنم خوا حافیزی بێ.
There's no offer of help from Hassan, but Mr. Polisi now seems determined to fully cooperate.
Just 2 seconds, I'm calling everyone. Russ, right now, cash, I'm giving you.
You're going to pay, mate, do you?
Yes, I'm going to pay for you guys.
Okay.
Mr. Polisi calls another of his contacts.
والله يقرر ولا من أجل وزارة القصيم بيتي من حتى حوش ممنوع بس شو ساعات يجش بارجة ديمو. باش هيك دقة. You want to speak with me? You want to go to bank? Put money in the bank.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Could you give me your bank detail? I will send you the money to your bank.
Yeah, how long will that be, sir?
20 minutes? My friend, just send me your bank detail to this number.
Okay, I'll get him to text you over the details now, right, mate? Thank you.
Mr. Polisi's contact has agreed to make a payment of £1,500, but there's still just over £1,200 outstanding. Gareth turns up the pressure.
It's not in our account by past.
What time is it?
It's now 10 past. We are going to remove assets from you, eh?
Okay.
The deadline is set. Mr. Polisi goes off to raise the rest of the cash. And all the agents can do now is wait.
A large part of my job is working on gut instinct. And whenever somebody tells me they're going to get their money, if I got a negative gut instinct, then I won't let them do it. But if I can see they're being genuine and honest with me and they actually do want to pay their debt, I'll give them that one chance. If they take that one chance and pay, then perfect.
Just as the time limit expires...
Here he is. 31.
Mr. Polisi returns.
Hi, mate. We got the money on you?
Yeah.
He's been able to raise the balance of the money he owes in cash.
Thanks, buddy. You're a gentleman.
I'm going to promise to you guys, yeah, I'm paid.
Just then, his friend sends confirmation that he's paid the £1,500 he promised.
Now we're talking. It's all in, buddy. There's your receipt for the £1,200. Do you want a copy of the High Court writ?
Yeah, please. Because I'm going to take them back to your High Court for myself. Maybe you guys, I send you back to bring your money for me.
Thanks, mate.
You're welcome. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm blaming this guy when he's trying to... He's put me to this position.
Take it easy, my friend.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
It's been a good result for the agents.
That job could have been so much easier.
So much easier.
Yeah, he's a result for us again, but I'm happy with that.
Gareth and Mitch got a result in a tricky situation. But in Max and Steve's next case...
You going to come and answer the door?
A businessman in denial.
There's an outstanding balance, sir. Why can't you pay it?
Doesn't matter.
Gives the agents the runaround.
You can't get in by force.
OK.
So we're not going to let you in.
Recent research from a leading financial institution has shown that more than half of all self-employed people in the UK are seriously worried about their finances. Nearly 1 in 5 earn less than £500 a month, while almost 2/3 report extended periods when they're not earning. High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner are in Edgware, North London. They have a writ to collect over £4,000 owed by a second-hand car dealer to a dissatisfied customer.
We're looking to collect £4,372.86.
Nice houses, aren't they?
Very, yeah.
It seems the debtor sold a faulty car to the claimant, but then failed to reimburse her. The case was escalated to the High Court, and a notice of enforcement was sent to the debtor's home, where he's known to be trading cars.
Should we have a check before?
Yeah.
Before we do it?
Before they go and speak to the debtor, the agents do a quick search on his website to see whether he has any current stock they could use as leverage.
6 cars listed. Beamers, Audis.
Let's go see.
Let's give him a knock.
It appears there are plenty of assets that could be seized, but first Steve and Max need to see whether the man is willing to pay up.
It's enforcement agents here with a High Court writ. Thank you.
He's on the phone telling him you better come home.
Madam, are you going to come and answer the door?
There's still no answer. But then a man arrives.
Hello?
Who is this? No, he's not here.
He's not here? We've been told this is his property.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yes. We have a High Court writ, sir. Is that yourself?
No.
Okay, then I can't show you this paperwork.
Well, she's not going to let you in, so nice to meet you.
So you are...
Nice to meet you.
Okay. We're not leaving, sir.
Well, stay here as long as you want. You can't get in by force.
Okay.
So
Is
we're
that
not going to
correct?
let you in.
Okay.
And I know everything about it. So you
Okay.
can leave, okay?
We're not going to leave.
Stay here.
I'm going to stay here.
Stay here.
Okay.
It's clear that the man is the debtor the agents are looking for.
Are you going to deal with this, or are you just going to run away from it?
I'm going to be around, but I'm not going to let you in.
There's an outstanding balance, sir. Why can't you pay
It
it?
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No. It's between me and them, okay?
It's not, unfortunately. The High Court's involved now.
Oh, man, I'm
Yes.
not going to let you in.
Yeah?
I know everything about it.
Is there any way you can make the payment?
No.
We're going round in circles here, okay?
I'm sorry, I don't want to be nasty, but that's what...
You got 6 cars listed. I'm going to find the cars.
The cars are all sold. Nice to meet you.
I'm going to find the cars and take them. I'll find them.
Sorry, man.
When a debtor looks at me in the eye and refuses to pay, I don't have any respect for them, particularly if they're almost laughing and joking about it. And this is how to make me think outside the box and really go that extra mile. I've got a point to prove.
With the debtor adamant he won't pay, the agent's only option is to seize his stock.
We need to find those assets, don't we?
Knowing that he trades from his house, the agents suspect his stock is parked nearby. Max copies down details of the cars listed for sale on his website, and the agents set off to find them.
We're on the lookout for basically silver and black BMs and Audis.
White one?
Right, yeah, we haven't got any white.
Then Steve spots an Audi.
It's an Audi, isn't it?
That's it. That's a vehicle listed on their website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clamp it?
Clamp it immediately, yeah.
Max goes to clamp the vehicle.
Told him I'd find his cars.
And goes to check how much the man is selling it for on his website.
See how much he wants for the Audi. £4,000.
Doesn't quite cover it.
Doesn't quite cover it. Certainly take a
big chunk out of it, yeah.
The agents now have a valuable asset they can seize. But before they call recovery, Max and Steve drive back round to give him one last chance to pay.
Okay, sir, if you don't want to come and speak to me, that's fine. Is there any way you can make the payment? We are going to remove the Audi A4. So please come and speak to me, or...
There is nothing belong to...
Okay, have you got any documents to show me? I don't want to remove it, but unless I see some documents, it will be going.
The agents can only take vehicles belonging to the business named on the writ. So to stop the Audi being removed, the man has to prove it's not a company asset.
That's a private car.
He shows them a registration document.
But as a trader, you would understand that this is only proof of registration.
This document is not proof of ownership.
Not
a
registered keeper.
It is. What you've seen, what you need to see, right?
No, I asked for proof of ownership.
That's proof of ownership.
Read the line out for me. This document is not proof of
Plus
ownership.
invoice plus there is tax.
Can I see the invoice?
It's the invoice which is the.
That's the proof of ownership.
You want to show me?
Are you going to show me it, sir? You're not. Would you like to empty out the vehicle because I have to remove it? I don't want to, but you're forcing my hand. I'll do an HPI.
Yeah.
With the debtor refusing to show them any evidence that the Audi doesn't belong to his company, Max calls the office for a vehicle check to see whether the car is free of finance.
Hi, Helen. Can I get an HPI on the following vehicle, please?
Yeah. Okay, I've got an Audi A4 S-Line, free of finance.
Yep.
Roughly around 1,500.
1,500?
Wow.
It seems the Audi is worth a lot less than the £4,000 the man was selling it for. But as it's the only vehicle the agents have been able to find, Max requests a recovery truck.
He won't show me any proof of ownership. We've got that vehicle seized at the moment.
can we look at removing that vehicle, please?
Yeah, I'll get on that now.
Thanks very much.
"90 minutes later, the recovery vehicle arrives. The Audi will be sold at public auction. But as it's worth less than a quarter of what the debtor owes, the agents will be back.
Fortunately, it's not over for him yet, because that isn't going to cover the full balance. We'll keep coming back and finding his vehicles.
Slowly, one by one.
Yeah.
Research has shown that nearly half of all the small businesses launched in the UK every year fail within the first 5 years. More than 16,500 companies in England and Wales entered insolvency in 2016. This was 2,000 more than 2015. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Failsworth, Manchester, to recover nearly £5,000 owed by a blinds and shutters supplier to a dissatisfied customer.
Sun's out, and you've dragged me out.
To Manchester.
Why?
A business. And we're going for an outstanding balance today of £4,940.
On arrival, the shop appears to be closed.
Is there anyone inside?
No, it's in darkness.
The agents look for another way in.
This is a side entrance.
But this door is also locked. Stuart phones the owner.
Hello there, my name's Mr McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We're here to collect a balance of £4,940.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen,
So, what's going to happen now is I'm going to get a locksmith, okay, and then we're going to force entry into the property to collect goods in receipt of the value of, okay? So
there isn't anything in there of that money.
It's been transferred to the High Court now, okay, so it's out of the
I don't
court's
understand
hands.
what you're talking about, mate.
As the debtor won't talk to Stuart, Vic calls her straight back.
My name is Mr. Victor. I work with Mr. McCracken, the High Court enforcement agent. Okay, but who else runs the shop if you're not here?
Nobody. I can't afford to pay my bills. I've had loads of people not paying me. You give me 2 minutes to let me ring you back then, so I'm composing myself, because at the moment I'm crying.
Oh, the shutter's gone down.
Who's closing your shop's shutter? As we speak, someone is closing your shop's shutter. You've just told me you've got no staff.
I haven't got any staff.
So who's closing the shutter?
You know what? I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, okay. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Moments later, the shutters open again.
Back again. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Has to remain open though.
There's someone inside the shop.
Can't hear you, mate. I can't hear you.
Hey mate, you alright? You sure on the way down? Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. Do you know how long she'll be?
Then the debtor arrives.
Alright.
I'll
Right.
let you in and
Yeah.
I'll have a chat with you.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Who's who?
Stuart.
I'm Stuart, that's Vic. Supposed to meet you.
Let's go inside. What can you pay today?
The
It's a county
company's
court.
got no money and it's 15 grand overdraft. What's happened is, basically with the e-commerce side of things,
Yeah.
people expect more. I've not been able to collect 28 grand's worth of money.
It's clear that the debtor's business has fallen on hard times. But the agents are duty-bound to get this case resolved one way or another.
Everything in here, the computers, the desks, the shutters, the stock in the back, all that will be removed, and it will be removed in the next hour. So you need to see what you can do to try and raise something, okay? So we're either here to collect payment or remove goods.
The debtor is facing a crisis. If she can't raise enough money to satisfy the claimant, her business could be at serious risk. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Failsworth, Manchester, to collect almost £5,000 from a company supplying blinds and shutters.
Is there anyone inside?
No, it's in darkness.
At first, the shop owner wouldn't cooperate.
I don't understand what you're talking about, mate.
And when she arrived, she claimed she couldn't pay.
Somebody's got no money and it's 15 grand overdraft.
But the agents made it clear they would be removing goods if she didn't try to raise some funds.
The stock in the back, all that will be removed, and it will be removed in the next hour.
Now Stuart and Vic hope that starting an inventory of goods in the shop might prompt the debtor to make a payment.
Oh, I take it this is the stock, is it?
Yeah. This is all mismeasures.
Yeah. What, you saying this is stuff that's been cancelled?
It's mismeasures, it's worth firewood.
It appears that the stock is of low value. Stuart and Vic would have to clear most of the shop to offset the £5,000 debt.
That table there,
yeah,
that's like 150 quid retail.
That table will get about 20 quid at auction.
Oh, it's just awful, that.
I know.
I bought that.
But the debtor reveals something that could stop the agents in their tracks.
At the moment, the company's going into liquidation. Right?
Is it in liquidation, or are you planning to go in liquidation?
No, it's sorted.
Has it gone through court?
Well, it's not. No, it's all on the process.
It's a process.
I've never done it before.
It's a process then.
Right.
It appears that the company isn't in liquidation yet, so the writ can still be enforced. But the debtor's time to raise some funds is running out.
If you can tell me 100% today you can't pay, right? Then we have to take goods.
Yeah,
I don't want to take your goods.
No, it's all right. I want you'll have to. I've got nothing else.
Are you sure?
With the debtor adamant she can't pay, Stuart calls for recovery.
Hi mate, you alright? We need a 7.5 tonne for the weight, with all the shutters and everything, because there is quite a lot of stock. Alright, see you later. Bye bye bye. Right, auctioneers are on their way.
The debtor's friend arrives to offer moral support.
Need to make you aware because the goods have been seized, I'll have to turn the phones off. If you've got a mobile, you can make a phone call on. They've been seized.
But the situation is taking its toll.
Yeah, time's run out now. I think to a lot of people, when we do take control of goods, especially in a commercial premises, it really is the end of the line. And I think people just want it done as quickly as possible, and then they can move on with their lives and try and figure out how do they move on. But sadly, we're in that job where we do see people that have literally lost everything.
30 minutes later, the recovery vehicles arrive.
Hello!
Yeah, you all right?
How are you keeping? You all right?
Regulars now.
In you go. Help yourself. Right, what we've got is everything here, basically. The stock here, there's blinds, custom blinds, and then through here,
Got it.
there's all the stock in here, all through here. I mean, there's just loads of it. Everything, mate, yeah. Yeah. Then just the basic computer stuff, desks.
Right.
Yeah.
But seeing her stock being taken away is too much.
Right, well, I need to time out, mate, so I need a break for... You'll be all right? I'm going to go get a McDonald's or something.
I think she's past caring, isn't she? I think she's had enough of the business, maybe.
Yeah, no, she's had enough of the business, but I've been telling her for months. And I did say to her, look, if the High Court will just turn up.
The agents complete the removal in the debtor's absence.
I'm just putting everything in here, mate, and then they can decide what's what. Can you just give me a quick scribble for yourself as well, mate?
Glad to be of service.
The stock and office equipment will be sold at auction. But if the sale doesn't cover the almost £5,000 debt, the agents will be back.
Oh, Vic, another day, another removal.
Yeah, another day, another dollar.
threats,
Slap you in the face, you know.
Mate,
if not got what it takes.
anger,
Don't, sir, don't.
desperation.
I got no money at all.
What happens when debt
No, do you leave me to lose my temper?
tracks you down?
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
Up and down the UK,
No, I didn't ask you to come in.
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Can't believe that's pending.
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
I don't have any documentation.
Okay, then we'll go.
Because if you can't pay,
I got 80 quid in my pocket.
It's not going to be enough, is it?
they'll take it away. Recent research has shown that falling incomes, coupled with rising childcare costs, have left 6 million working families struggling to make ends meet. Over 2/3 of these families have no money left each month to put aside in savings, leaving them at risk of falling into debt. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are in Great Bar, Birmingham. They're here to recover almost £4,500 owed by a couple for unpaid nursery fees.
Who's next on the hit list then, mate?
Next on the list, mate, we've got a Mr. Wesley Regis and Miss Cyrena Cooper, and they owe just over £4,000 to Children's Nursery.
It seems that Mr. Regis and Miss Cooper used to pay for their childcare regularly, but the couple have now fallen behind with their payments.
That's another one of the most popular debts of the time.
One a day so far, isn't it? Nursery fees.
Yeah.
The nursery escalated the case to the High Court, and now the debtors must pay the money they owe in full today. With no answer, Matt goes to check for another entrance. Finding the back door open, he makes peaceful entry.
Hello? Hello there. How are you? Do you want to answer the front door, mate? My colleague wants to speak to you.
Yeah, can I just shut this?
No, that's fine. He's at the front door, he wants to speak to you. We're High Court enforcement agents.
Okay, can I just shut this door then?
There you go.
Yeah, but no,
Okay.
but can I shut this door, please?
You can, yeah, I'll come in and you can shut it.
No, I didn't ask you to come in.
There you go, you don't need to ask me, sweet.
Okay, can
All
you
right.
go to the front door then?
Do you want to answer the front door? My colleague's
yeah,
there.
I'm on my own, so I feel vulnerable right now.
You're very safe, believe me.
Okay. Hello.
Morning, madam. You alright?
Yeah.
Miss Cooper, is it?
Yeah.
So, Miss Cooper, yeah, that's Matthew, I'm Gary. We're here to recover £4,342.58.
I've got 5 children to look after. I've not had no notification whatsoever.
What about Wesley?
He's not here at the moment.
He's not here.
Do you want to give him a ring and see if he can pay it?
He's got nothing in his pocket either.
Okay.
He's a self-employed
And the writ
father.
commands us to attend the property today to seize goods to the value of. You understand that?
Yeah, I do
Okay,
understand
that's what we're here
that.
to do.
I do
All right.
understand that.
Is there anybody who can help you with this?
Nope, we're by ourselves.
With payment looking unlikely, Matt looks around the house for any assets they could seize to offset the debt. While Gary tries to find out more about how the couple got themselves into this situation.
So why wasn't it paid at the time, the nursery fees?
We was paying at the time, but
Yeah.
obviously, I lost my job, so obviously we fell into arrears. She did stop my son from going to nursery, then I had to go and get somebody else to look after it. So obviously, you know, money's just didn't.
Just for the one child, was it?
Yeah. There's nothing that I can do. I'm telling you now, I'm bracing myself. I do work, but there is nobody.
What about Wesley? Anybody else to ask?
There is nobody. There is nobody.
We meet people on a daily basis who are struggling, you know, just to put a meal inside the bellies every day. We do feel for them, but on the other hand, you know, we are working for a person who's owed an amount of money.
The agents have now been in the house for 20 minutes when Serena's partner, Wesley, arrives.
Come on, Wesley, come have a chat, mate.
And he wants answers.
How did you get round the back and come through the back door?
They pushed the gate.
I opened the gate and walked in through the back door.
They pushed it.
Right? We have had no contact, none whatsoever from yourselves.
We sent this letter on the 20th.
No, we've not had none.
Well,
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you what I have received. No, the only people that I've received something from are these people here. I know it has got nothing to do with them.
That's council tax.
Yeah, that's council tax. We've had nothing from you. Nothing.
The letter has been sent.
We've not had no letters, nothing.
You need to have a chat with
I'm
your
going to phone
postman then,
the
or Royal Mail.
Despite the fact that notice has been sent from the claimant, the county court and the High Court Enforcement Company, Wesley won't accept the authority of the agents and calls the police.
Yeah, I do owe money, but not to these people. They've sent stuff and there's nothing sent, and right now it might get physical.
No, it's not going to get physical.
Wesley, let's not start that.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Threats, shouting, dancing up and down, all that sort of ritual dance, it doesn't bother me one bit. We've seen it every day of the week. It isn't going to change anything. It just makes things harder for the defendants. We're not going to say, well, because you've raised your voice or called me a name, we're going to go away. That's never going to happen. So it's just pointless.
10 minutes later, the police arrive.
I tell you what the problem is, officer. What's going on? These lot are supposed to have supplied us a letter to try and say there's going to notice for intent enforcement. We've not received no correspondence.
With Wesley insisting he hasn't received notification of the enforcement, Matt tries to break the stalemate and looks through a pile of paperwork.
Want to give that back, Wesley?
And now I've got people going through my... Excuse me, don't go through my stuff.
Please. Seriously, I don't want you to get arrested, so please just stop.
Listen, you know what's happened, really and truly? The woman that owns the nursery, right, has also applied their fees on top of the thing there, so she's just adding more money on it. The original debt is only £1,600.
Right.
So how it's reached to £4,000, it's just her adding more, adding more, adding more.
Wesley, bring it down a minute.
No, I'm not.
I'm not shouting at you, am I?
I'm going to be like this because it's my freaking
Right,
life, mate.
you carry on
what
like
the hell
this,
do you think?
or
You're asking me to calm down, right? And the whole point where I'm getting cheesed off about, you're asking for money, and I told you can't raise
You can
that.
get it.
How much time do you have to hear it?
You can get as cheesed off as you like.
No, do you need me to lose my temper?
Well, you're going to get arrested then, aren't you? You're going to get arrested then, aren't you?
Right, no, exactly. No, but he's irate. In other words, there, if you want me to bring it down, I will bring it down. I will bring it down. But could you ask him not to ask me no fucking stupid questions?
The agents are now faced with a debtor who is losing control. With Wesley at risk of arrest, Matt and Gary will have to use all their tenacity to get this case resolved. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Birmingham, chasing over £4,000 owed by a couple, Serena and Wesley, to a children's nursery. Matt made peaceful entry through the back door.
I don't know, I didn't ask you to come in.
There you go, you don't need to ask me to.
And Serena said she couldn't pay.
We're here to recover £4,342.58.
I've got 5 children to look after.
But when her partner, Wesley, arrived, the situation became volatile.
Right now, it might get physical.
No, it's not going to get physical.
Wesley, let's not start that.
And he called the police.
I will bring it down, but could you ask him not to ask me no fucking stupid questions?
Now, the police have to make Wesley aware that the agents have every right to be in the house to enforce the writ.
Right, as far as they're concerned, they've followed their procedures through. If they have an address that they're ordered to check by the courts, then that's where they will go, okay?
Yeah, but listen, hold on. There's a dispute right about now, and they can't prove it.
So, how do we resolve this here and now? That's what needs
Really and truly, what needs to come on from here and now, right, is for these lot to come out of this address, to go and follow their procedures, to get everything back in line. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you where it is.
But even with the police present, Wesley won't back down. Matt steps in.
Let's move this along a little bit. We're going round and round in circles. Well, raise some money and let's see if we can get it resolved. I find the best way to deal with these situations is to keep as calm as possible. It's very difficult to be angry with somebody that's not reflecting that anger back to you. And it's a skill I learned many years ago in security. You know, The calmer you keep the situation, the better the outcome's going to be.
Realising that the agents aren't going to go away, Wesley finally starts to cooperate.
You say that you'll get 500 quid today.
I don't think that's going to be enough, mate.
Put it towards them.
Okay.
No venture, no gain.
Now, what the client would normally say is half the outstanding amount.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
You can go to the creditors and say, look, they don't have much, but what we're willing to do is give you £500 now, make you go off your way, we can go and live our lives, sort out everything that we need to do.
I'd love to get this resolved.
But then the whole fact is, no venture, no gain.
Okay.
Wesley, how much weekly or monthly can we afford to offer the nursery?
I'm just putting and get a 1 a week.
100 a week, so 400 a month. Right, I'll give the office a call.
Gary calls the office to see whether a £500 down payment, together with a payment plan, is acceptable to the claimant.
Hi, Gary, it's Ken.
Hi, can you have a look at a case for us, mate? Yeah, it's Wesley Regis.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, got an offer, mate. We've been here quite some time now. The defendant, Wesley, is self-employed. The mother, she's got 5 kids. They're offering £500 today.
Okay, yeah.
And £100 per week going forward. All right, buddy. Thanks, Mark. Cheers, bud.
The claimant has accepted the offer. Gary goes to tell Serena and Wesley the good news.
They've contacted the nursery. The nursery has come back with £500 will be accepted today.
Will?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Don't contact us.
No, not for 500.
I think with any enforcement visit, we have that jumping up and down, the shouting and screaming. You know, it's testament to the fact that we don't take that personally, that very often we leave the enforcement visit on good terms, shaking hands, sometimes laughing and joking. We take no pleasure from upsetting people. We take no pleasure from, leaving enemies left, right and centre. But we'd much rather get the matter dealt with and leave as friends.
Wesley has paid the £500 and the agents get him to sign a controlled goods agreement.
We've got a list of goods in the property that we're going to secure the debt against. Does that make sense so far, yeah? All right, so it's an agreement between you and us and the claimant that you're going to pay the £100 a week going forward, okay?
If Wesley doesn't stick to his repayment plan, any assets listed on the agreement will be seized.
So I got off on the wrong foot, Wesley, but nice meeting you. Sorry about the circumstances. Okay, thanks very much.
It's been a good result for the agents.
That's another day gone.
That morning went quick, didn't it?
In the UK, adults aged under 35 are coming under increasing financial pressure. In a recent study, almost 50% are concerned about their financial future, and over a quarter of young adults admit that they've never learnt to manage their money. "6 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Droylsden, Manchester.
Beautiful day.
They're on their way to recover a debt of just over £1,500, owed by Katie Allen for unpaid parking fines.
Can you enlighten me on where we're going?
We are going to visit a Miss Katie Allen. She's got an outstanding balance of £1,691.
Miss Allen received the fines after repeatedly leaving her car in the same car park without displaying a ticket. Now the agents have a writ to collect payment in full or seize goods to offset the debt.
Hello? I'm after Katie. Yeah.
High Court enforcement.
This will work.
Right, are you able to get her on the phone?
Are you able to go up? Starts at 7:30.
Right, okay.
Katie! Katie! Where is she? She's just left for work, honestly.
Right.
Can't tell me about it.
No, we need to speak to her. So you need to try and get her on the phone. Someone needs to ring her.
Miss Allen received the fines after repeatedly leaving her car in the same car park without displaying a ticket.
Go upstairs and get dressed if you want. It's not a problem. We'll go in. We'll go in there.
Here you go.
Hiya, Katie, is it? Yeah. Hi, Katie. We're High Court enforcement agents from Direct Collection Bailiffs Limited. It's regarding an outstanding balance, Katie. Yeah, so what's happening about this payment? Because you have had a letter about it.
I know, I got a letter the other week, so my dad said ring it, but
yeah.
I get paid something.
Right, well, you need to see what you can do to try and raise some funds now, because we're here now to take control of goods unless the balance is paid. 1,691 and 71 pence. Need to see what you can do to try and pay it today.
Well, I haven't got a pay till Friday.
No.
I ain't got any money. How much is it?
£1,691.
For?
It's
parking. Looks like parking.
Yeah, parking.
Parking fines.
For
God's sake.
It's clear that Katie's mother was unaware of her daughter's situation. Stuart tries to find out more about how the debt arose.
Where's the parking from?
Just outside where we used to work.
Yeah.
We used to go out on a Friday, but there was no option to pay after 12.
Yeah.
Just go every Saturday morning and have to take it.
Yeah. No.
There's now what you can do when I've got no money to pay it, is there?
I don't know why the younger generation think it's fine to run up debt and not to pay it. I mean, if this is the way we're heading, then society's in for a big surprise. I was brought up that if you have debt, you pay it. You pay your debts first, actually, and whatever's left over is then for you to spend. But that seems to have gone out the window.
The agents have been in the house for 15 minutes. Katie hasn't made an offer of payment, and now the whole family is getting involved.
Simple, bury your head in the sand. I'm not burying the head in the sand, Dad. Am I? Yes. I've had one letter, which was 2 weeks ago. I've not had any money since.
And just ignore
Yeah, it's no point ringing and saying I've got no money.
That was about 150 quid parking fine. It's about 700-800 quid now.
There's nothing I can do about it.
What do you clear when you take home?
What do I?
What do you take home
I take about just under 1,200 home, but I've got direct debit.
Plus, you know everybody.
Don't owe everybody at all. Why do I?
You don't damn.
Apart from you used to.
I've got no dosh. I never did.
What can I do about it, Dad? I can't magic money.
It's not nice doing this. No.
I know it's not, Mum. I don't even know what to say.
I don't owe one penny me in my life. Ever.
Well, look at you.
It's not looking at me. It's 2 parking fines. And it's got to this amount of money.
It's not 2 parking.
Well, how many is it?
Couple of parking tickets.
3 parking tickets. 4? Maybe 5. 1,600.
Is that what it is now?
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with debt is it doesn't care about your family, it doesn't care about you, it doesn't care the situation you got yourself into. It can bring families together, it can rip families apart, but we are there to make them realise that it's either now or never. They need to either raise payment or we'll have to take control of goods.
With tensions growing in the family, Stuart needs to get this case resolved as quickly as possible. He turns his attention to Katie's car.
Well, the vehicle will be seized, you see, so we'll have to take control of that as well. Have you got the keys for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we able to, can we take control of them, wherever they are?
No, I don't. Reading pennies.
I'll be honest, we're seeing it quite a lot at the moment.
Oh, a penny to me.
Yeah. No,
all comes out of the bank. Every month.
Yeah. Different generation, isn't it? That's the thing. Whereabouts is it? Is it on the front?
So what are we getting to get to work now?
Stuart goes out to check over Katie's car.
I didn't expect her to give me the keys so easily, but why would you ignore a parking debt? She knows about this debt. She's ignored it. That's why we're here. She should have nipped it in the bud instead of ignoring it until we come on the door today. But that's how people deal with it, isn't it? They try and like hold their heads in the sand, and then when it comes face to face with them, they just can't deal with it. 110,000 miles.
At auction, the car would cover about a quarter of the £1,500 Katie owes. But the prospect of seeing her daughter lose her car has prompted Katie's mum to act.
I'll give you some. I can only give you my bill money that's coming out at the beginning of the month.
How much could you, realistically, could you get today? About 800.
You better pay her back if she puts any money up.
Mum, Dad, she knows I'll pay her back, or she won't be offering to pay it.
Katie's mother has offered half the debt as a down payment. But the agents need to set up a payment plan to settle the balance.
It'll have to be £300 a month.
£300 a month?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Well, I'll have to do that then.
Yeah.
Katie now has 3 months to pay off the balance. But if she defaults, her car is at risk.
What we'll do is we'll secure the goods so you can still keep your car and everything like that. But in 3 months, if it's not clear, then we will have to come back and we will remove it.
Katie's mother makes the £800 down payment.
There's your keys back anyway. At least it gets you to work and everything like that.
But now, with most of Katie's wages going toward paying off the debt, she may have to reassess her future.
But going to Portugal in June and I'm going to have no spending money now.
No.
£300 a month.
Right. Alright guys, we'll leave you to it anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you later, mate. Take it easy. How can you put that on your parents and then say, oh, I'm going on holiday in 4 weeks' time to Portugal. I've got no money for Portugal.
Priorities is a bit wrong. She's more concerned about paying for holiday than paying her debt. And now her mum and dad has to pay it. The mind boggles.
The mind boggles, and I feel really sorry for the parents because they shouldn't be paying it.
Yeah.
Stuart and Vic have had to deal with a stressful family feud. But in Gary and Matt's next case, they meet an obstructive debtor.
Oh, you can't touch it as well.
I can't touch anything in here.
Who'll do anything to avoid paying up.
Can you? I'm not owning the business.
Oh, okay. Do you think we were born yesterday?
Research has revealed that more and more Britons are in denial about their debts. A third admit they can't face the reality of how much they owe. More than 40% realised they had a debt problem only after being pursued by creditors. It's 8:30 p.m. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Dudley, West Midlands, seeking to recover £1,600 owed to a car hire company.
Where's next then, mate?
We're going to see Mr. Maqsood Ahmed. It's £1,676.69.
But this isn't the first time the agents have tried to enforce this writ against Mr. Ahmed.
So this is a third address for this chap, and we've been given the runaround for about 4 weeks now. Hopefully finally we'll catch up with him and get this settled.
This time the agents have come to a business address for Mr. Ahmed. It's a takeaway, and as it's peak trading hour, Matt and Gary are hoping to finally find him and get this case resolved once and for all.
Hello there, how are you?
Hi, mate.
How you doing, mate? Looking for Mr. Maqsood Ahmed.
Oh, Mr. Maqsood Ahmed, yeah.
Well, High Court enforcement agent, sir.
Oh, Mr. Maqsood Ahmed.
He's not here, no?
But Gary has seen a photograph of the debtor and thinks he's spotted him.
Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. How are you? Just explain who I am again. I'm sure you already know. My name's Mr. Highway, sir. High Court Enforcement Agent. Yeah. Are you okay? So we're to collect... no, we can't go outside, no, sir. We're to collect a balance of £1,676.69, sir.
I'll be honest with you, I want to pay. What happened was, who I work for, he never paid me. He told me he's going to pay me on the 10th. I'm still working for him.
Right.
I'm still working for him.
Yeah.
And he's going to pay me £1,400, and I want to do it in one go anyway, because I want to clear it off. I don't want to take the stress.
Right.
I'll be honest with you.
Why don't you make the calls and get that organised now?
I can't organise from nowhere.
All the stress will disappear then, won't it?
I got 80 quid in my bucket.
It's not going to be enough, is it? You owe 16, don't you?
With payment looking unlikely, the agent's only choice is to remove assets from the takeaway to offset the debt.
Well, let me tell you what the situation is, OK? We're either going to be collecting payment or seizing goods to the value of. That's what we're to do.
Yeah, I'm working here. There's a gaffer asking.
Mr. Ahmed now claims that he's only an employee, and the man the agents first met owns the takeaway. But Gary is suspicious and looks around for any paperwork.
Yeah, you don't have to help me, sir. You don't have to help me.
But Mr. Ahmed is becoming agitated.
No, you can't touch it as well.
I can touch anything in here, so yeah, I can.
You can't touch it.
Yeah,
yes, you can, sir. And it's offence to obstruct him. If you obstruct him, I'll call police.
Move back. Move back now.
No, you can't give me like that.
Yes, I can. Move back.
Give me like that. I'm standing here.
Right. Don't obstruct my colleague when he's doing his job.
Yeah,
right?
he's doing the job. No, but you can't give me the argument.
I've no issue with you standing watching him. You can do that. That's your prerogative.
Okay.
But you're not obstructing him.
But then Gary makes an important discovery.
Gas bill? Not yours, no?
Sorry? Nah.
Do you pay the gas bill as a worker here?
No.
No, you don't?
No. That if you can check it out with the British Gas, that's nothing to do with me.
Well, it's got your name on.
Oh, I don't know.
And it's got this address. Masood Ahmed.
But you can
Trading Gas Mamas. This is Mamas, yeah?
The gas bill is evidence that Mr. Ahmed does own the takeaway after all, but he's not backing down.
You're not going to find anything at all online.
We just have. He's got it in his hand there, look.
Oh, that's not proof as well.
Well, it is.
I'll tell you
it is. Okay.
I'm not owning the business.
Oh, okay. Do you think we were born yesterday?
No.
No. Do you think this is our first day on the job?
That's right. I'm coming out.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Quite often, a defendant will use any excuse under the sun, and even when we show them completely irrefutable evidence that they are the person we're looking for and that we are in the right place, they'll still deny it. It's the last line of defence that they've got. We're there, we stood in your place, about to remove goods. The only thing he's got available to him is, it's not me.
The agents have now been at the takeaway for half an hour. With the debtor, Mr. Ahmed, gone, and with evidence to show that this is his business, the agent's only option is to remove goods in his absence. But Mr. Ahmed's colleague insists that he is the owner of the takeaway.
On the business, if I ring Just Eat now, if I ring Just Eat's, the contractors, they'll ask for my name and my bank details, and it's going to be mine.
Why is he paying your electric bill then?
Second.
Why is he paying the electric bill for this place?
Who's paying the electric bill? Nobody's paying
Masood is.
He's not paying that bill.
Why is his name on the bill then?
I don't know, he hasn't paid that bill.
Masood, electric. It's not an electric bill. It's not an electric bill for this place.
I don't know why his name
don't know.
there. I don't know why his name there.
But you're the boss of this place, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Okay, so you'd obviously know that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Despite the man's protests, the agents continue their inventory. But then Mr. Ahmed returns.
I've got no money at all.
Right.
I'll be honest
Well,
with
you need to give somebody a call that can help you then.
Yeah, I've tried. I've been to a couple of people now. I'll be honest with you, nobody got at the moment.
Make the calls, let's get this sorted, let's get it done.
Yeah,
right?
but that's
I
what
don't want to be organising a van.
I'm just going to go one place to see if I can drain something up.
Let's sort out before the bill goes up, before this business gets disrupted. Let you carry on what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, I just go out twice.
Thank you, Masood.
It seems that the prospect of the business being put at risk has prompted Mr. Ahmed to try and raise some cash.
The High Court writ tells me to go and seize the goods of the defendant. It puts us in a strong position. It puts us in that position of, you know, we've really got that bargaining tool there to say, well, we're here for the money. If we don't get the money, then we're going to be removing goods.
Just over an hour later,
Maxi,
Mr. Ahmed comes back to the shop.
Is that 500, yeah?
It seems he's managed to raise some money after all.
When's the rest of it going to get paid?
I'm going to pay you on the 10th.
You're going to pay the balance on the 10th?
I can't pay you full balance on the 10th.
Right. So £500 on the 10th, 676 on the 10th of the 5th.
Matt takes a £500 down payment and sets up a payment plan to offset the balance.
Can I have a receipt for that?
No, that is your receipt. That is your receipt. So what was this for? What was the money for?
Oh, there's a more dispute with them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I was renting the van from them.
Yeah.
The van hit on the shutter. You know the.
So it was damaged, the van?
No damage at all on the van. They tried to charge me the excess for the damage.
Right.
Which one the fucking no damage at all? I'm gonna fucking deal with that bastard.
Yeah. You take care, okay? Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you. Good night, mate. Cheers. Well, result of sorts.
The case is resolved for now, but if Mr. Ahmed defaults on his payments, the agents will be back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gone 11 o'clock now in the evening. You know, we're not going to give up. We're not just going to, you know, walk in and then, you know, when we're asked to leave, we're going to leave. We're going to stay there till the bitter end. And 4 hours later, we've managed to get some money out of him and an arrangement. So it's fairly good in the end.
The number of self-employed workers in the UK has risen by almost a quarter since 2008 and now stands at nearly 4.8 million. However, research has shown that over half of self-employed people owe, on average, 35% more in personal debt than those who are in full-time employment. It's 7 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are on their way to Carnforth, Lancashire, to recover almost £3,500 owed by the owner of a garage.
Who are we after anyway?
Chris Fernley.
How much does Mr. Fernley owe?
£3,418.
Mr. Fernley owes the money to a customer. He sold them a car, which was returned. Mr. Fernley then didn't pay them a refund.
And it's apparently a garage, isn't it? Button Moon Motors.
Button Moon Motors.
It's a nice little industrial estate, though.
It's not bad at all. So we park just before his unit and walk up the little...
Yeah, why not? So why don't we just park here?
If Mr. Fernley can't or won't pay today, the agents can seize assets from the garage, including vehicles, to offset the debt.
Hiya, mate, you alright? We're after Chris. Rate control, mate, for £3,419.
Supposed to let people know when you were coming?
Yeah, we have.
Send notices.
Yeah, a letter's been sent, or else we wouldn't be here, you see.
No letters come in.
Right, okay. Well, it doesn't change the situation that we're here today. The payment has to be made. Chris, we're here to remove goods. Simple as that, really. Taking
500 quid on me and that's it.
It's going to have to be more than that, mate.
We can obviously give you some time, like, to raise some funds. Debit card or bank transfer would be the options. Or cash.
Small place, that's £2.5 grand this morning. If you'd have said something to me. Yeah, well, I've been here paying my bills and get that...
Well, you haven't paid this bill, so that's why we're here now.
Mr. Fernley's £500 offer is not enough, so Vic sets a deadline.
We can give you 20 minutes if you want to ring around, see if someone can help you.
I don't have any best mates round here. I'm a loner.
They don't have to be around here. Someone can make a payment over the phone.
No, I don't know anybody else.
Okay.
With Mr. Fernley seemingly unable to increase his £500 offer, Stuart turns his attention to the white Astra parked outside.
What about the vehicle?
Wait, That's customers that put that for MOT this morning.
Have you? Right, okay. Have you any documentation for it?
I've none, no.
So,
Customers seem pretty fair.
But Stuart is suspicious. He goes to search the car. He finds a letter from the local city council addressed to the debtor.
Customer's car, but that was in the glove box.
With his dog and paperwork in the glove box. What does he think? We just started this job yesterday.
Yeah, I think he got mug written on her forehead. He said straight away that the car isn't his, it's a customer's, but there's a letter in there from Lancaster City Council from the 20th of the 10th, which is about 3 weeks ago. And I don't know why you'd have that in there if it was a customer's car. I mean, if it's a customer's car, you take it to MOT, you bring it back. You don't jolly around in it for 3 weeks.
The agents go to confront Mr. Fernley.
Right. There's documentation and vehicle with your name on it, sir. Well, do you think we do this? Do you think this is the first time we do this job?
What documentation with my name on it?
With your address?
Box.
Eh?
In the glove box from Lancaster City Council with your home address on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, I'll show you, because that might be easier.
Yeah, it's got my name and address. It's good box, John.
Yeah. This is the documentation there with your details on it.
Yeah.
But you said you've just taken this for an MOT. Yeah, you've just taken this to MOT.
Universal credit.
Yeah.
I had to take that into council.
Yeah.
Which I have done to prove that I got my universal credit.
Yeah.
Which is what I have done.
Yeah.
Right. So, can you prove this vehicle is not yours?
I don't have any documentation.
Okay, then it will go.
With no proof that the car doesn't belong to the debtor, Stuart clamps it. But then Mr. Fernley makes a surprising offer.
I can sell a load of gold tomorrow.
Where's the gold?
You used to have an antique shop.
The case has taken an unexpected turn. But will Mr. Fernley's stash of gold be enough to cover the almost £3,500 Stuart and Vic came for? Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Carnforth, Lancashire, to recover almost £3,500 owed by a garage owner to a dissatisfied customer.
Right, let's go.
Debtor Chris Fernley said he couldn't pay.
500 quid on me and that's it.
So the agents started to look for assets.
What about the vehicle?
Wait, those customers have put that for MOT this morning.
But Stuart was suspicious.
Customer's car, but that was in the glove box.
And found evidence to the contrary.
There's documentation and vehicle with your name on it, sir. Well, do you think we do this? Do you think this is the first time we do this job?
What's documentation with my name on it?
With
In
your
the glove
address?
box.
Stuart clamped the car. But then Mr. Fernley surprised the agents.
I can sell a load of gold tomorrow.
Where's the gold?
Now Vic needs to assess the value of the gold to see whether it's enough to settle the debt for good.
Sovereigns. They do $2.90 a piece.
290 a piece.
Yeah.
290 a piece. So that's 300. Say £300 a piece.
Yeah.
How many have you got?
1, 2, 3 there.
Can I have a look at it?
That's gold. It's 9 carat. Yeah, it's 9 carat gold. Believe me, when I go weigh that in tomorrow, I'll get 5 for that.
5 grand?
Yeah.
It seems that the value of the gold might cover the £3,400 Mr. Fernley owes. But there's a problem.
Where does that have to go?
A dealer in Kendal.
That's not too far from here.
No, he's only there on Friday.
It seems Mr. Fernley can't sell the gold to the dealer until the following day. The agents could seize the gold themselves, but would prefer to be paid in cash.
When we get offered gold, 9 times out of 10 most people's eyes would light up, but at the end of the day we would rather deal in cash than deal in gold, jewellery or anything like that. because it just puts the bill up. We've got to store it for 7 days. It's then got to get sold at public auction. It might not even get the amount depending on the prices. Gold goes up and down every 5 minutes.
Unwilling to take the gold, Vic gives Mr. Fernley one last chance to pay.
Okay, well listen, we need the balance today. I'm leaving it with you. I'm leaving that sword with you.
But then, Mr. Fernley decides to call a friend to see whether he can raise some funds using his gold as collateral.
He hasn't got money, he hasn't got anything, and then he pulls a bag out with, it's on this, he pulls a bag out with a tray of gold rings in it. Bizarre. What's happening?
Get it.
Is it cash?
Yeah.
Cash?
Cash.
Okay. Mr. Fernley's friend has offered to pay the almost £3,500 he owes today. But he needs to leave the garage to go and collect it.
Do you know how long roughly you'll be, mate? Just so...
We half an hour there, half an hour back. No, if you want to follow me.
We can wait here. It's not going to be long.
Let's go 10 to 12. See you back by 1 o'clock. Oh, we'll see you in an hour.
Mr. Fernley has left the gold in his office as security. But with the agents not knowing its true value at auction, they decide to trust their professional instincts.
It's very hard to trust a defendant when they say, look, I'm leaving now and I'll be back shortly. Do we trust them? Do we believe them? The main worry we've got is when a defendant disappears is, how are we going to get in contact with them again? Are we going to get this matter resolved or not? How are we going to get this issue resolved if they don't come back? I'll wait here and keep warm.
90 minutes later, Mr. Fernley still hasn't returned to the garage. Vic gets him on the phone.
Mr. Fernley? Yes, are you on your way back? Well, how long are you going to be, sir? Oh, okay. Thank you. 2 minutes.
There he is. That's him. Oh. Hello, sir. Your phone's been ringing a few times, so you've got customers waiting.
The agent's gamble has paid off. Mr. Fernley has returned with enough cash to pay off his £3,500 debt in full.
So there's 3,000. It's 420 here. That's your cash receipt for you.
What's it regarding, Chris, anyway?
I sold the car to
Yeah.
somebody else, not me.
Oh,
Nothing
right.
to do with me.
Yeah.
I was a middleman.
Yeah.
Then I did the repairs on it.
Yeah.
Then that lemon turned around and said he didn't want it.
Yeah.
And he wanted money back.
Yeah.
So these people that were selling the car lived in Spain.
Yeah.
So I rings them up, said, you don't want it. You
No.
want your money back.
Yeah.
They said, well, we're not paying.
No. So you've been lumbered with it.
The case has been resolved.
Right, we'll leave you to it. Take it easy. See you later.
See you later. That's why they call us the A-team.
That's exactly right, brother. Worth the wait?
Yeah.
You Can't Pee Will Take It Away is back same time next Wednesday. Eamon and Ruth are looking for the best ways to combat that 7-year itch. New tomorrow night at 9, and some hot, sexy roleplay seems to be one answer. Next tonight, born with a rare complication and a slim chance of survival, we hear the remarkable story of Noah, the boy with no brain.
Threats,
I'll smash his head.
anger,
Get back up! Get out of here!
desperation.
I can't pay it.
What happens when debt
You think you can tear my family apart?
tracks you down?
I have a High Court writ. I'd like to see the Mayor.
Up and down the UK, we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
Whoa!
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
I've had a fortune in the past. Everything's gone.
Because if you can't pay,
all I did was look after Dad.
They'll take it away. Research has shown that more than 80% of small and medium-sized businesses are owed, on average, over £60,000 in unpaid invoices. 1 in 5 businesses say they are losing profits as a direct result of late payments. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball travel hundreds of miles each week across the West Midlands, collecting debts and seizing goods.
What number is it, mate?
141.
Today they're in Birmingham to recover a debt of more than £12,000 owed by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan to one of his suppliers. If Mr. Chauhan can't or won't pay, Gary and Matt have the power to seize stock from his accessory shop to offset the debt.
Morning.
Oh, you're expecting me?
I was actually. I was going to give you guys a call today.
Oh, cracking. Mr. Chauhan?
Yes, that's me, Mr. Chauhan.
No, man, yes. Hello, sir. My name's Mr. Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We're here today, sir, with the outstanding writ to collect an outstanding sum of £12,780.
See, I'm not sure who I've spoken to, but like...
9 pence.
He used to be my dad's shop just down the road, 2 doors away.
Right.
The debt was actually for that business that closed, I think, 4 years ago.
Right.
I don't know, for some reason they put my name on there.
Yeah.
I actually used to work there. I was studying at the time.
Okay.
I just used to help out. Obviously, it's my dad's business.
The writ is against you personally.
I've actually spoken to the Northampton County Court, basically.
Right.
I'm just waiting for their call.
Right.
They were supposed to appoint to stand aside over. I think it was...
Yeah, that'll be for an application to set aside the writ.
Mr. Chauhan says it's his father and not him who owes the money, and that he's appealed the case. But the writ is against Noman Chauhan, trading as Chauhan. And the agents have enough evidence to believe that they're in the right place.
So we're here to execute the writ. So there's outstanding balance of £12,782.79. Otherwise we will be taking control of goods.
It's not my debt, mate, I'll be honest with you.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance?
can't.
Okay, so we're here to seize goods then, sir.
Yeah, just give me a second. Let me just speak to my...
I'm looking at the side.
While Mr. Chauhan calls his father, the agents start to look around the shop for goods they could seize if there's no offer of payment. Matt immediately spots some car keys. But his actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Mate, you want to give my keys back to me, please?
No, at the minute they're seized, sir.
No, they're not seized because it's not my car, it's a company car. Just give me my keys.
No, at the moment they're seized.
Give me my car keys.
No, at the moment they're seized, sir.
Give me my car keys, mate.
No, at the moment they're seized. Can I have my writ back?
Don't
Thank you.
your keys, mate.
Thanks so much.
What's wrong with you, man? Seriously? I'm trying to explain something to you, yeah? It's got nothing to do with me.
I've listened to your explanation, but it doesn't make any sense. When enforcing a writ, we can see from experience if people's tensions are rising. You can see it in the way they're acting, their gestures, the way they're behaving, the volume of their voice. We're constantly of a calm manner all the way through the enforcement. We don't raise our voice, we don't shout and scream. That's not what we're there to do. We're there to calm the issue back down again and get on with what we're there to do.
As Mr. Chauhan says he can't pay, Gary heads out to find his car. But all he's got to go on is a Mercedes keyring.
Search for a Mercedes. Ah, there we are. It looks a nice Mercedes. 14 plate, E220.
If the car is free of finance, it can be seized to offset the debt. Gary heads back to the shop to do a finance check.
Good morning, Derek.
Good morning. Can you put me through someone to do a HPI check, please? Yeah. Is it a fleet car, is it?
The car is on a lease agreement. As it isn't owned outright by Mr. Chauhan, it can't be seized. Now the agent's only option is to remove stock from the shop. But because the jewellery and shoes are of low value, they will have to take almost all of it to come anywhere close to clearing the £12,000 debt. Matt calls the office to authorise removal.
We're at the property at the moment. It's a shop selling Asian jewellery and shoes. There's absolutely no chance of payment, so we're going to be looking at removal stage, mate, on it.
Mr. Chauhan still seems reluctant to cooperate with the agents. As they start to pack up the assets, Mr. Chauhan suddenly closes the shutters and walks out, leaving an assistant behind to mind the shop.
I can't believe they've just gone. Or maybe they're at the bank withdrawing 12,000. You never know, do you? Stranger things have happened.
Gary, I found a lovely set for you here.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
My weekend attire?
I think they call them a pendant drop.
Oh, a pendant drop?
Don't know how I know that, but...
Suddenly, the shop assistant hands Matt her phone.
Hello? Let me just take some details from you. Bear me a second. Yeah.
An official from the county court is on the line.
Obviously, at this point in time, we're executing the writ here. Can you make sure the judge is aware of that as well?
The reason for Mr. Chauhan's quick disappearance is becoming clear.
Lovely, thank you. It says the defendant is in front of me, and in the next half an hour to 45 minutes, he's going to put him in front of a judge.
It seems that Mr. Chauhan is at the county court and has secured an emergency hearing to get the writ suspended. It's an unprecedented turn of events for the agents.
I've never heard that one before.
I've never heard that one before.
Especially that quick.
It's a new one on me.
While Matt and Gary wait to hear the outcome of the emergency hearing, they have the right to continue enforcement action.
To get a court appointment on the day of enforcement, I have never seen this happen before. But you just have to deal with that. There's a legal process that we have to stick to. Unless I've got a letter from the judge, we're not going to leave. We're going to stay. And we're going to execute this High Court writ.
But what happened next would take them both by surprise. 2 hours later, Mr. Chauhan suddenly returns with two of his brothers.
Are you back?
Well, you didn't do it, mate.
What's happened, bud?
What's happening? You tell me what's happening, please.
Whoa!
Get the fucking
Don't touch me.
Get the fuck out. Right, get the fuck out.
Wait.
Get out. Get the fuck out, Baldy. What the fuck is saying to you? You dirty bastard. Get him out of my fucking shop. Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch.
This unusual case has suddenly taken a violent turn.
Hey, fuck, are you looking at you?
Oh, why, mate? Move out of the way.
It will take all of Matt and Gary's experience to get the situation back under control. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway were at an accessories shop in Birmingham to collect over £12,000 owed to a supplier by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance?
Mr. Chauhan denied the debt was his.
It's got nothing to do with me.
And in an unprecedented move, managed to get an on-the-spot hearing at the county court.
Half an hour to 45 minutes is going to put him in front of a judge.
I've never heard that one before.
But when he returned to the shop with his brothers, the situation turned violent, and Gary was assaulted.
Whoa! Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch! Get on me!
Get out of the way, mate.
Hey, get out.
Now, Gary and Matt have got to get this debt recovery back on track.
Can I have the police, please? My name's Gary Ball, a High Court enforcement agent. I've just been assaulted.
With the police on their way, they need to find out what's been happening at the court.
You've been to court. What did the court say?
Can you read, you stupid fuck? Can you read? You dumb fucker.
The document is confirmation that the writ has been suspended, pending a further hearing.
Take a picture of it.
Take a picture
right now. What are you
Idiots. Use your help.
The agents aren't able to continue enforcement action today. But the men aren't calming down.
Dumb fucker, use your brain. Use your brain, you dumb bastards.
At least you remember that.
You dumb bastards.
Fucking bastard.
Dumb bastard. Look at him
Bastard! Abuse the fucker, that's dirty bastard! Fat bastard, bailiff!
I do this every day of the week. He doesn't concern me. He doesn't concern me. You don't worry me one bit. When insults are flowing, I don't take it personally. There isn't anything anybody could call me I've not heard before. It's just the way people react sometimes. Unfortunately, it's part of life.
20 minutes later, the police finally arrive. And Mr. Chauhan immediately leaves the shop.
The guy that's assaulted my colleague is this guy in the black T-shirt. Has tried to leave the scene. Okay, Sam.
You're telling me when...
Yeah, we called you. My name is Matthew Hire. I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent. It's my colleague, Mr. Ball. We've been here for a little while.
Yeah, I was doing some paperwork at the counter here. Next thing I know, I felt a punch or a slap or something in the back of my head. He grabbed me, was trying to throw me out. He's been arrested.
Yeah, he's with colleagues.
Outside, Mr. Chauhan's father arrives, just as his son is being handcuffed. He immediately starts abusing the agents himself.
Get lost.
Watch it, otherwise you'll end up getting yourself locked up as well.
Already bastard. Son of a bitch.
You're going to get yourself locked up if you carry on.
It's not nice to be assaulted. They had the result they wanted. They put a hold on the case. There was no reason whatsoever for him to come back in the way that he did and assault me. You know, they've got the letter from the judge. They could have just showed it us. We'd have took a picture and we would have left. But that's what he wanted to do, and he got arrested for it.
With the situation still volatile, the police advise Matt and Gary to leave the scene. As well as his court date to contest the debt, Mr. Chauhan could now face an assault charge.
When people start assaulting us, doing our job, then it's just not on, and we won't stand for it. And we have a policy to prosecute every time.
Got me right blind of me.
Did he?
Yeah. He just went to the back of me, blindsided me, whack.
Your son can go off to jail for the night.
The number of landlords in the UK who are owed money by their tenants is on the rise, with the average amount owed exceeding £1,600. With rents predicted to rise faster than house prices over the next 5 years, rent arrears are estimated to be the biggest problem facing landlords in 2017. High Court Enforcement agents Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are in Bromley, South East London, with a writ to collect over £5,000 owed by Miss Frances Jackson to an ex-landlord.
This one is over unpaid rents. We're looking to collect £5,216.60.
The address is on a busy main road, protected by a security gate.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Do you think that buzzer's working?
Can't reach to knock on the door.
Nobody appears to be in. But moments later, there are signs of life.
A light's just come on in the top bedroom.
There's still no sign of Miss Jackson, so the agents change tactic.
Could we reposition the van so we're completely blocking the gates? Hopefully that'll gain some response.
The agent's move immediately pays off.
There we go. Hello, Miss Jackson. Hello, my name's Max Caraher. I'm a High Court Enforcement agent.
Oh, yeah?
Francis, we've been sent out because you owe money totalling £5,216.60.
Yeah, I know
You
this.
know about
and
this?
I did text him and said that I was willing to pay him £50 a month.
£50 a month?
Yeah. I lost my job and I couldn't afford to stay in his house anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to move out and he was amicable. There was no nastiness. And then I got a job and I texted him and said, look, I'm offering to pay you £50 a month. At the moment, that's all I can afford to pay.
As Miss Jackson's offer of £50 a month would take 8.5 years to pay off, the landlord escalated the case to the High Court to get his money back sooner. Now Steve and Max must get this case resolved today, one way or another.
That still leaves us in the situation that we need to collect on the just over £5,000.
Well, I haven't got anything.
Have you got anybody who you can call as a lifeline?
No, that's why I offered to pay monthly.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything. That's why I'm starting from scratch to try and build myself up again.
We're commanded to come to the property to see.
My property.
Is it
I
not?
just rent a room.
Do you rent a room?
I haven't got anything. All the furniture in the room is the ladies.
Failing to collect on it, what we need to do is I have to call for removals to inspect goods in your room, see if there's anything worth us removing. It's not what I want to do at all, but I have no choice.
Mining, only my clothes. So what do you do? Take my car?
If that's my only option, then yes, I'll have to take your car.
With no means to pay and no assets in the house, the agents have no option but to seize Miss Jackson's car.
So what do I do now?
I'll probably call your employer to say that you won't be making it to work on time. My hands are tied in the matter.
No one I can get £5,000 off.
No.
Nobody I know. I bring home £1,100 a month.
Yeah.
Working 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but...
No, don't be silly. You don't have to say sorry to me. That's all right.
All I did was give up my flat and my job to come to London and nurse my father who couldn't. It was either that or put him in a home to die, and I weren't doing that.
That's awful. Absolutely
and I
awful.
nursed him until he died, and he lived in a retirement flat.
Okay.
Once he died, we had to sell the flat and split the money with my sisters, and it wasn't a lot. And then I rented a house for a year, and then I couldn't afford to pay it, and this is what's happened.
I really do understand what you're saying. Sorry, Frankie. That is absolutely awful.
And I've got nothing. And now I rent a room, and now I haven't even going to have a car.
Thank you very much.
It is hard some days, because some cases where you know that someone is genuine and they don't actually have anything, and the only thing they have is their tiny little car, which means the world to them, but to the claimant it's just money. So sometimes it's really hard, but at the end of the day we're still commanded to collect the money.
It's clear that since her father's illness, Frankie has fallen on hard times. But now it's not only her car she's worried about losing.
If the woman I rent this house comes down and sees this, I'm not even going to have anywhere to live.
That's ridiculous. We can move the vehicle to somewhere where she won't see the recovery.
I don't want her to know anything.
Okay, we'll move the vehicle.
The agents allow Frankie to move her car away from the driveway. But before they call recovery, Max asks her one more time whether she can raise any funds.
There is no way that you can sort this out without us.
But not
is there?
today.
What way is that?
Well, the only way I can do it is ask my boss or ask my ex, but I can't do it like right now because my brain is just...
You know what? I can see that you're shaky, and I understand.
I'm sorry, I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
That's all right. Don't panic. Take a deep breath and refocus. Have you got a couple of grand in savings?
I had.
What do you have in savings, Frankie?
£2.
Have you got any other assets?
Not anything.
Jewellery, watches?
I'm not one of them people. I just live a simple life. I've never earned the money. We're just normal people that just go to work and live on your wages. We just come from a normal working class loving family. And this is just the worst thing ever. So I'm going to have no car now. I've got nothing, not even on my own bed. I just can't take no more. All I did was look after Dad. Right now I just feel like running away to get him.
I can tell it's a very stressful situation.
When somebody's emotional, it does have a knock-on effect on us, because we can see the situation they're in and how they are, and we still have to try and get through the job. She was a genuine, honest, hard-working person who just had a hard time.
Max and Steve have now been at the property for an hour. Even though the vehicle is only likely to raise half the £5,000 owed, seizing it is the agent's only option. Max calls for recovery.
I've got the keys to the vehicle. The only way to chip off of this debt will be removing vehicle.
Okay, no problem. Underway.
Thanks very much for that, John. I think it really is all hitting home now that she's got High Court enforcement agents standing at her door. And unfortunately, after this, there's still going to be an outstanding amount. Taking her vehicle away is not going to help her personal situation. However, we are commanded to look from it from the claimant's point of view. There's always two sides to every story.
While the agents wait for the recovery truck to arrive, Frankie gets on the phone to her ex-partner.
How is she?
She's calmed down a bit. her ex-partner, he's going to come and finish work and going to come and pick her up and take her off for a few days away from here.
To prevent further distress, Steve wants her to go inside before the recovery vehicle arrives.
I'll try and move the car up the road away from the house for you. You go and have yourself a cup of tea. So, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay.
As Frankie goes inside to wait for her ex, recovery arrives to remove her car.
It's a shame we have to do it.
She changed her whole lifestyle to look after her dad, and ever since then, she's slid down and down and down, hasn't she? I've got the keys, or you got keys?
I've got the keys.
Frankie's car will be sold at auction, and the cash raised offset against the debt. The office will contact her to set up a payment plan for the rest of the balance. But if she doesn't keep up with her repayments, the agents will be back. Max and Steve have had to deal with a sensitive situation. But in Matt and Gary's next case...
I used to own everything. I had £3 million.
They meet a businessman at risk of losing everything.
I don't have a home at the moment. I've had a fortune in the past. Everything's gone.
Across the UK, people living in rural communities are struggling to make ends meet. Average wages are over £4,500 lower than those in urban areas. A £1,000 increase in the gap since 2010. Matt Highway and Gary Ball are now in Wrexham, North Wales, on their way to a farm to collect over £6,000 owed to an engineering consultancy firm by builder and property developer Michael Brownrigg.
Yeah, we're off to see Mr. Michael Brownrigg, and he owes £6,611.51.
As the agents drive into the property, they meet a vehicle coming the other way.
This might be him, could be.
Hi, sir.
Hello, sir.
Michael Brownrigg.
I ask who it is?
Yeah, we're High Court Enforcement agents. What's your name, sir?
I am Michael.
You are Michael?
Yeah. Oh, you are Michael?
Oh, yes, sir.
Should we pop back in and have a chat with you about a High Court writ, sir?
This is my property here.
Right.
I don't have any property.
But the writ is for this address, sir, so...
well, the address doesn't belong to me.
You don't know the address, sir? We've not told you the address, have we? So do you know it's not for you when we've not told you an address? Here's the High Court writ, sir. That's your copy. It's £6,611.51, sir.
I offered to pay this debt. I accept that. Okay. And what I'm going to do is now go to his offices in Chester, and I'm going to go and see him personally.
After first insisting the agents were at the wrong address, Michael now says he has an arrangement to pay off the debt. But the time for informal agreements has come and gone.
Unfortunately, sir, the company you're talking about is taking you to the county court. They've been successful in getting a CCJ against you. It's now been escalated to the High Court for enforcement purposes, which is why we're here.
I don't have any assets. I've got absolutely nothing.
Right, OK. Can you clear this balance, sir?
I can pay you £100 now.
OK.
And that's all I'll be able to pay.
It's a £6,500 debt, sir.
I understand that, but I can make a payment today of £100.
It isn't even going to cover the interest on it, is it?
Knowing his offer won't be accepted by the claimant, the agent's only option is to look for any assets Michael might own that they could seize.
Well, you can't come past it. This is not my ground.
Yes, I can, sir. I've High Court writ. I can go anywhere in England and Wales. I'm going to be carrying on, OK.
As Michael is listed on the electoral register at the address, the agents have a right to explore the estate.
Well, there's a tractor. A digger, on the course.
There doesn't seem to be anything of value on the land, so the agents must investigate the contents of the outbuildings.
Once he got in these barns, though, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very shifty, isn't it?
Yeah. Just doesn't want to play ball at all, does he?
Michael has followed the agents down to the farm buildings. but he's left his keys in the car.
Hang on, you can't take those keys.
Okay, it is seized at the moment, sir.
Worth just a few £100s at auction, the car alone won't be enough to cover the £6,500 debt, but it could be a valuable bargaining tool for the agents.
What value we attach to something might not be the same value that the defendant attaches to it. So what we see as, possibly an old car or whatever it may be, in fact to them is worth a whole lot more. And it's worth a lot more to them than it is in monetary value. Well, I want to try and get in here. Might be nothing, but... boat. Caravan, a boat, a ride-on mower.
This belongs to Worthing Welsh Water.
After claiming the agents were at the wrong address, Michael now says that the barn and its contents belong to a water business, Worthingbury Welsh Water, and that they're nothing to do with him. Matt and Gary turn detective.
Looks interesting, doesn't it?
Deeds, site plans. You got letters here, Michael, with your name on. It is your property, isn't it, Michael?
It's not my property.
The agents have found paperwork listing Michael as a former director of Worthingbury Welsh Water.
They've got your name on, sir, have they? But this was nothing to do with him earlier.
This is my paperwork.
In a barn that's got nothing to do with you?
Not in a barn.
It looks like a barn to me, sir.
Unless Michael can prove that the items in the barn belong to the water company and not him personally, they could be seized. But there's a problem.
The only thing that's worth anything, mate, in this old place is behind you.
Ah.
Who does this belong to?
That was all part of Worthingbury Welsh Water stuff.
Who does it belong to?
That belongs to the company.
Okay. To the company?
Yeah.
Can he prove it? Because at this point in time, as far as seizable assets go, that's going to be what we're going to be seizing, I think.
Without proof that the water company owns the boat, the agents could seize it. But the situation is clearly beginning to take its toll.
I'm in a bit of a state at the moment. I'm in shock. You just have to excuse me and bear with me.
Okay. What can you pay off this debt today, sir?
All I've got is £100.
Right.
I had not only this one debt, I've got a court order for 80,000. I've got, I think it's 13.5 acres left on this site. Being took off me by the bank. The bank has repossessed it.
Right.
I used to own everything here, £3 million. I've had a fortune in the past. Everything's gone when the recession came.
It seems that Michael used to own a large percentage of the estate, a former farm, and invested thousands here in property development. But hard times have forced him to sell up. And now what little land he has left has been taken into receivership to pay off an additional £80,000 debt.
I understand what you said. Listen, Michael, I understand what you're saying, but you also have to understand our job, OK?
I understand that.
Despite Michael's situation, the agents must get this case resolved. And their only option now is to seize the boat. But then, another man arrives at the barn.
Is this gentleman looking for you?
Oh, here he is.
Well, to explain who we are, sir, my name's Mr. Tyler, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
The man is a property developer. He's interested in buying Michael's land and has come to view it. While Michael takes him to see the land, Gary and Matt check for any other assets they could seize.
We've got 2 old boats, a strip caravan. It's a strange one, isn't it? I think that barn that we've been in is probably the only bit of the farm that he's actually got left. There's literally nothing here to satisfy the debt.
10 minutes later, Michael returns to the barn with some surprising news. The man has offered to buy the land.
My sale's definitely going to go through now. He's paying 90,000 for it. I think the bank's owed about 80. There's 10 left over. By the time they take the fees out, there's enough there to pay. And that's it sorted.
It's a promising development for the agents. But they will still need an immediate down payment and some guarantees on the deal before they can walk away.
So what we need to do is solve this for today, don't we?
Well, I can offer to pay £100 today.
I know you keep saying that, Michael, but that £100 isn't going to be enough, is it?
I've already borrowed as much as I can.
Right.
Off family and everything. I'm in a hell of a state.
I understand things aren't great.
They're great. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, I understand that.
But then suddenly, Michael increases his offer.
I can go and try and find £1,000 now, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I'll be able to.
So if I give you your car back, you'll go away and you'll get £1,000?
Yeah.
Matt gives Michael an hour to raise the cash. and calls the office to see whether his offer of £1,000 today and the balance when the land is sold off is acceptable to the claimant.
Hi, I'm on the strangest job ever.
But instead of leaving to go and fetch the money, Michael suddenly pulls a large amount of cash from his wallet.
I thought you only said you could have 100 today, sir. You got more in your wallet?
This is to pay someone else, and I'm going to pay it out of this, and I'm not sure how much is here.
Get counting, then.
After claiming he had only £100, Michael has now produced 800.
The amount of times someone's told me that they've not got a penny, but then when push comes to shove and something's about to be lost, suddenly cash starts to appear. So, you know, it's amazing where people can pull money from when there's an issue. It's been accepted, Michael.
Right.
Well, £1,000 today, with a balance by the 1st of December.
The payment plan may have been accepted, but if Michael can't raise the extra £200 he needs, the deal could be off.
Right, may I have my key? I'll go and get you the 200.
There you go. How long will you be?
A couple of hours, I think.
A couple of hours?
I'll be back, but I say an hour.
While the agents wait for Michael to return, Gary puts the boat under a controlled goods agreement. If Michael doesn't pay the balance, the agents will have to seize it.
It's the first boat I took control of, to be fair. You get asked for serial numbers and things like that and model of the boat, but, you know, I'm from the Midlands. We don't see boats in the Midlands.
45 minutes later, Michael returns with the £200.
That didn't take you 2 hours, did it?
My brain's all over the place.
Well, I hope things improve for you, Michael, and I hope we don't have to come back, mate.
I've always tried to stay positive through everything. As difficult as it may be, but that's what you have to do.
Michael, thank you. I hope things get better for you, mate, all right?
The case is resolved for now. But if Michael doesn't pay the £5,500 he still owes within 30 days, the agents will be back.
Do you think he'll pay, mate? Do you think it'll get sorted?
I think we'll be back here on a Monday morning, getting our boots muddy again.
Do you think?
And he'll have better just head in the sand again. So yeah, I do believe we'll have to be back here in December. Or is that my no faith in humanity?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Over the past 12 years, the number of High Court writs issued in the UK has increased by more than 50%. Nearly 500,000 writs have been issued since the beginning of the decade, resulting in the recovery of over £400 million. Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are back on the road, this time in Romford, Essex, on a very unusual case.
We're off to see the Mayor and Burgesses of the London Borough of Havering in the Town Hall. We're looking to collect £12,413.94.
I don't think they're going to be pleased to see us.
The council were taken to court by a private landlord over damages to a property made by a benefit tenant. The council appealed but lost, and now the agents are here to collect the full amount plus court costs.
There is a car park at the end. Pay and display. What's the chances of them putting a parking ticket on us today? Okay, let's find a front door.
Let's go round here.
The writ is not against the Mayor personally, but Havering Council. So the agents have a right to remove any assets belonging to them if payment isn't made. And it looks like they're in luck.
There's a vehicle just out the front.
I would take that as being the Mayor's car.
So would I. That needs to be seized. Hello, Miss. High Court Enforcement Agents. We are here to see the Mayor.
The Mayor?
Yes.
All right, hold on a moment.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'd like to see the Mayor.
You'll need to make an appointment.
I have a High Court writ. I'd like to see the Mayor.
Okay. The Mayor's not always in the building. You'll need to make an appointment. We can try and get hold of...
If you would,
that would be great, madam. I'm going to take the vehicle if that's all right. Can I have the keys?
While Steve waits for the employees to make some calls, Max goes to clamp the mayor's limousine outside.
There's a vehicle with the mayor's logo on it. We're going to seize that at this moment in time. Havering, London Borough. Some paperwork here. Mayoral request to attend out-of-borough event. Definitely the mayor's vehicle. It's good enough for me.
Clamping the mayor's limousine outside the town hall could be embarrassing for the council. But will it be enough to convince them to pay the £12,000 they owe? High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner were at Romford Town Hall, Essex, to collect more than £12,000 owed by the London Borough of Havering to a private landlord.
I have a High Court writ. I'd like to see the mayor.
Okay.
Max clamped the mayor's official limousine in the hope the threat of seizing it would prompt payment.
Havering, London Borough. It's good enough for me.
Now, a council official is trying to work out who the agents need to talk to get the matter resolved.
I need information from you that I can then go and get the right legal team. So if you can tell me what it's for...
OK, it's not the mayor in person.
No.
It's the mayor and burgesses of Havering.
OK. Can I give you that? You can hold it that. I will have to lock that door, but you can get out that way. I'm literally going to be... I trust you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Also, I don't look like I can run out.
Possibly flat the car.
Alright, but you can chase me, love, I won't be running.
Debt discriminates against nobody. It doesn't matter where you are in life, whether you're on the lowest rung of the ladder or you're at the top of the ladder. Collecting from a large organisation, yes, they're going to have the money. The downside is it's finding the person to sign the cheque or pay the bill, because someone will want a piece of paper to say that they can pay it. Someone will want a signature to say that, yes, that's OK, the money can go. So that's the difficulty of it.
Minutes later, the official comes back with the council's chief lawyer.
Steve Pinner, High Court enforcement agent. We have a writ in the name of the mayor, not the mayor personally, the mayor as the office. The amount outstanding is £12,413.94p.
All right.
And we are looking to collect that.
Now?
Yes.
All right. The trouble is, it doesn't really tell us what it relates to.
We wouldn't have information about that. We're simply legal enforcement.
Do you mind if I make a few inquiries? Because I've got no idea what this relates to.
Obviously, we're not going to pay you for something we don't know anything about.
You guys do know something about it. It's already tried to be an appeal,
but the people that you're actually speaking to don't know anything about it.
Absolutely. It's a big organisation. Yeah. So, do you mind if I just go down the corridor and make a few inquiries and I can find out what's got filed on it?
Fine for me, sir. I'll get the HPI.
While the lawyer makes his inquiries, Max goes out to run a check on the mayor's limousine.
Hello, John, it's Max here. I've got the mayor's vehicle clamped at the moment. Can I run an HPI check on that, please?
Certainly, this is the mayor's vehicle, yeah?
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's on finance.
It's on finance?
It's not good news. The car can't be seized. But now another council vehicle is parked behind it.
John, can I give you another one? There's a vehicle with London Borough of Havering written on it, parked right behind it.
We're white Ford Transit Courier.
Correct.
That's free of finance.
It's free of finance?
We've got an approximation on the value for our purposes of £5,000.
The van is owned by the council and will clear almost half the debt. Max unclamps the limousine and goes to seize it, just as its driver appears from the building.
Sorry, madam, you can't drive off in this vehicle. It's seized at the moment. OK? Sorry about that. Probably go inside and have another cup of tea. OK? No, it's nothing to do with parking, madam. Nothing to do with you. Don't worry. It's more the council. So nothing to do with you. Don't feel bad or anything.
20 minutes later, the council's lawyer reappears.
I've made some progress, right, so I know the case is down, now we need to make the payment. Now in terms of the method of payment, what I can do is get a bank transfer.
That's not a problem.
So all I just need to do is get the details where I need to send it to you.
I can give you them, sir. So I'm sure you appreciate we can't take boots off the ground until we know that the money's been transferred.
Yeah. You will need to get confirmation really from the bank.
From our office, yeah. Thank you very much indeed.
The agents must wait for the office to confirm they've received the transfer of funds before they will unclamp the van.
I know having a clamped vehicle outside of the head office isn't ideal, but unfortunately it's nothing you've done whatsoever. But
Max, it's your fault. Yeah. Steve's lovely.
I guess the council should learn to pay their bills on time. Then this wouldn't happen.
You're not a popular chap today, are you?
I'm not, no.
Moments later, the office calls Max.
Hello, Max speaking.
Hi, Max.
It's in?
It's in, yeah.
Excellent. We shall issue a receipt and we can release their clamped vehicle.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, Alison.
Bye.
He said if you check, it should have gone through by now.
Just checked, madam. Thank you for that.
Lovely.
We're just doing all the relevant paperwork for it. There's the copy of the receipt for you.
Thank you.
The council has paid off the debt in full. But as the agents go to release the council van, they spot someone about to get into the mayoral car.
Oh, that's the mayor. Hello there, madam. It's obviously an oversight somewhere along the line.
How embarrassing.
It's now been dealt with.
We're chairing a meeting for Citizens Advice Bureau. Come down and you've got the crowd.
I hope we haven't ruined your day.
You have. You've made me really late for the next
I do apologise.
You have, and I'm finished now for the day.
Take care. It's all been done, sorted, and that's the end of it.
Photograph of it.
No, I didn't actually.
Oh.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Take care. Funny how she shows up, just as it's all dealt with.
It's been a successful job for the agents, but they're just about to find out it's not only the council who need to pay their way.
Just nicked you.
Oh, he ain't, has he?
Oh, he hasn't.
Oh!
Unbelievable. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
You've just given us a parking ticket.
Yes, I did, sir. Unfortunately.
We're here with a High Court writ.
I've been called here saying check around for vehicles that apparently been parked here without paying the pay and display.
Okay.
I came around, checked. This is the only vehicle that I found. Unfortunately, everybody has to pay a ticket.
Okay, that's not a problem. I got a parking ticket at the end of that, and I suppose that's karma, really. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. You like us doing your job. I don't have a problem with that.
Two more families from either end of the wealth divide swap lives for 7 days. The result is Rich House, Poor House, new tomorrow at 9. Next, though, trust issues destroyed one couple, but could a night of plain honest talk and help build them back up again? It's new One Night with My Ex.